Hello everyone, my name is Clantus and welcome to the Clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor by smashing that like button. We kind of like slacked off a little bit with the last video. Please make sure guys that you go back to that video and smash the like button because it helps the algorithm to go and fetch us more members of the clan so that when they come here, they rub their own two IQs together and spark their own opinions so that their opinions could be read in the self-appointed expert comment, which I am going to get to right now. I was waiting for you guys to come through in the comment section because I know I can always count on the clan with the intelligent comments about everything that transpires every time we come here on these streets, and then we put our IQs together and then we kind of make some kind of sense as to what exactly is going on in the Gauteng High Court and what is going to be going on in the Bloemfontein High Court as well. It looks like the South African courts today were pretty full because we even had Zizi Godwa appearing in the magistrate's court. I don't think I'm interested in that one. That is for other people who are interested in corruption, trials, and things of that nature. Mine is more on what justice is there for Senzo Meyiwa. And of course, what justice is there for Katlego Bereng. And these two, we are going to fight tooth and nail to ensure that they get the justice that they deserve. Other than that, guys, let's go to the self-appointed experts comment. And as I arrange myself, is it what you would call it? Arrange myself properly so I can check out the device in front of me where I'm going to be reading your comments. If you are new here, this is another segment of the main video where I read your comments instead of me responding to you. Again, it also depends how many comments are there. If it's more than 100, of course, I can't get to all of them because of time. The first one is from Amita, who gave me a super thanks of $10 US. Thank you so much, Amita. I had missed you so much. I hope you are well there in the US. Thank you so much. The second one comes from Lucia, who says, Bester said something sensible here. South African police, they are crooks. I think really he was forced to admit the crime, like what they are doing to Bongani Ntanzi. I agree with you up until you said forced. I think in order for us to believe what he was saying about being forced by the Ketomeno, you know what, squad, I felt like he needed to elaborate a little bit more. And I think the court as well was quite interested for him to kind of like throw in that long rope. But Bester is not stupid. He is very intelligent because he realized that if he gave it all, he may actually find himself in a disadvantageous position. I feel like what Bester was doing, he was firing shots at whatever politician or whoever those politicians are, that if you guys are not going to do what you did, I am dropping names the next time I come here. So it's quite interesting what he was saying in court. Yes, I do agree with him about the police in this country. We don't trust them. We already see what is happening in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. So what he's saying about the police, there was even this police officer behind him who looked at him like, what the... I was like, sir, relax, relax. It's not just Bester who's saying this about y'all. And many South Africans. Hopefully the new coalition government is going to fix that. And then we have Auntie CK Moyo. How are you doing? You say, literally, Bester told us without words that he took the fall for someone and was forced to confess to a crime he didn't commit. Kunzima. Like, yeah, if you were reading between the lines, that's exactly what he was saying. Like, but it's a lot. It's Kuningi. Malab says that Thabo's rant needs open-minded listening. I agree with that. I think not only open-minded, you need to also have wit to be able to read between the lines to understand what he said, because Thabo Bester, he's quite intelligent. The only thing that I'll falter him, which I'll also not falter him at the same time, is that he doesn't speak without punctuations. He's like, and you're like, whoa, sir, calm down. There are full stop commas and all of that stuff that you need to use so that we can understand what you are saying. I get it, because he did have a lower education, like lower primary education, so he wouldn't know anything about pronunciations. So, but other than that, you are right. You need to listen to him with an open mind, possibly even intelligent yourself. Let me continue with your second sentence. You say he essentially admitted to escaping prison and that he was facilitated by high-ranking officials who are not there with him. I agree with that. I fully agree that there's no way that G4S had that kind of power, even if they were that corrupt. But that kind of power to even take that risk of letting Thabo Bester in and out, somebody with power that allowed him, where is that person, he or she? He is onto something. He has been convicted without trial. We are all emotional about this matter and forgetting that at the end of the day, he has rights too. And people will definitely sign that petition. I agree with that. I mean, in South Africa, it's in the Constitution. We follow what our supreme guiding document says, that if you are arrested, irrespective of what crime you may have committed, irrespective of how heinous the crime is, you are innocent until proven guilty, and therefore you should be afforded privileges, not rights, privileges that are humane for him or any accused person in South Africa can enjoy until they are convicted and some of those privileges taken away. I agree with that 100%. As for the petition, I do want the death penalty back, but I don't want to sign the death penalty only to abolish it again simply because we need to put Thabo Bester down. I feel like if we do sign the petition for the return of the death penalty, it should be for all the monsters of this country to actually go through it. And then I can say, is there any more other people that wants this sort of remedy? If nobody else wants to go through that, then at least the nation will learn that at any given time, we have another spat of people just going around killing people willy-nilly without impunity, that the citizens can always sign the petition to return the death penalty. But not just for Thabo Bester, though. That was funny of him. Like, how manipulative was that? That's like a guy who said, if my girlfriend doesn't return to me, I am going to jump. Like, it's your life. Kwaba says, we are going to learn a lot from Thabo Bester's case. I think so too. But only if you will release the names. I mean, we're in a new government. He has nothing to fear now. It seems that the guy is ready to spill the beans. I wish he did today. Kwaba, I wish he did. Kwabe, sorry. I wish he did today. Then we have Keto. Then we have Keto, who says, "Ibo, Thabo Bester today. He was a lawyer. Boy, when I tell you he was spitting some law jargons, I was like, Thabo Bester. Man, I'm impressed. I was impressed. I don't want to lie. Anyways, you guys already know me. I gravitate a lot towards people who are logical, intelligent, basically. So when I see intelligence, I am going to rant about it and say, oh my gosh, this guy is so intelligent. And Thabo Bester is exactly that. I mean, exactly that. Yes, of course he's not a lawyer. He didn't study law. But, I mean, he made a good argument. Even the judge himself, I saw the judge was impressed. He kept nodding. He reacted to what Thabo Bester was saying with a smirk on his face like, good argument. Good argument. Everbot says, Bester's story is same as Ndanzi's shame. He needs to sell me on this one. I think he still has a lot to say for me to buy that indeed he is serving for somebody else for these crimes. But then again, you look at the way he's treated in prison. Like, if a person who may have committed this crime has power and say, go to prison, trust me, I got all the power, I have connections, you are not going to live like a criminal. You will be able to go in and out. You'll be able to have a relationship. At some point, when the country has forgotten about you, we will release you. So there might be, I'm not saying there is, there might be teensy-weensy little something in there that I think can be explored if he only opened up some more about what is he talking about. Who is this politician? Right? That is just from what I heard. I'm not saying, hey, let's release him. Hey, he's innocent. No. Convince me. Convince me by dropping names. Then we have Julia who says, justice for Senzo Mewa. Justice who killed Senzo Mewa. I don't know why you're yawning. Google says, Thabo Bester, he was a lawyer today in court. Ralph Mzansi, he taught other inmates to stand for themselves in court. Any criminal that was there, I'm sorry to say that, any accused person that was in that courtroom and watch what Thabo did, man. Then we have Auntie CK Moyo who says South Africa has a problem. Comma. It does. It really does. It's sad to hear that even the jails abuse one's rights. I was shocked that he was escorted by 80 vehicles to Bloemfontein. Okay, maybe I get the security part. It's a high profile, whatnot. But to have his ankles handcuffed in the manner in which they were, to a point where he can't feel his toes, that is inhumane treatment. Yes, even for Thabo Bester, that is inhumane treatment of a person who's innocent until proven guilty in this matter. I'm not talking about the one that he's convicted for, 30%ers. I'm talking about the current matter of escaping from prison and also escaping the country. Right? All the other ones, no, I'm not talking about that. So don't misconstrue or take me out of context, because some people have selective listening skills. And CK Moyo Auntie CK Moyo continues to say, no matter how people hate Bester, his rights should not be trampled on. I agree. He should be treated fairly in this case, innocent until proven guilty. You know, I think I'm beginning to accept that I am a constitutionalist. And as a constitutionalist, irrespective of who you are, you still have fundamental constitutional rights that needs to be adhered to by all apparatus of the state, including people. This denying him private access to legal counsel is unconstitutional. 100% agree. I don't understand when you are an accused person, not a convicted person in this matter of escaping prison, not the one that is already convicted for 30%ers again. He is innocent until proven guilty. And secondly, he has the right to legal access, like his lawyers. However many times they can come and consult with him, he should be allowed to consult. To hear that he is, those privileges are taken away from him, he's given 2 or 3 visits, if he's lucky as 2, but is 1 from his lawyers, that is unconstitutional. That is unconstitutional. Then we have Sibusiso who says, can you imagine Danze addressing Judge Rata like that? He would be... Yeah, Madam Sibusiso. Oh, my... Did you see the behavior of the Thabo Bester judge? Oh, never mind. You get what I get. He would never given him the time of day. Absolutely. Wow. Thabo is extremely intelligent and very articulate, I must say. Very much so. I agree with that. Toto, who says, I give this judge his flower. He's so emotional. I can see him. Which one you mean, Rada? This one was very calm. He was very, very, he was a judge. That I wish he was the judge in the sense of Mayor murder trial, honestly speaking. Then we have Bini who says, let the Tanzanian people sign that petition. He's South African though. And people of Tanzania did nothing wrong though. They caught him and they brought him back. I think we should thank them for that. Then we have Malabs who say, so the one bullet may have hit Longwe and the other hit Senzo. This is me just thinking out loud. That's actually could be quite plausible as well. Right now, every conspiracy or speculation, let me put it this way, I'm kind of like believing it, like this is plausible. But the hit part, no, that one I don't believe the hit part. I don't know, but the hit part for me, I still need to be convinced that this was a hit. Then we have Timber who says, hi clan, hi Timber, how are you doing? I was in a state of shock when I heard Thabo Bester's submission. It was, I was just sitting like this, but when he started talking, I think maybe in his second sentence, I was already up. I'm like, what is this guy talking? What? I was impressed. I was impressed. The boy is intelligent. The brilliance, wow. Absolutely. I'm beginning to rub my two IQs together. The man is saying that is bigger than what we think. He is prepared to let his co-accused go and face his accusers alone. Well, I agree that the court can't do anything about it, and it's not the court's job to prove them innocent or guilty. It's the state that brought the case, and there is a prima facie evidence that says that they are indeed involved in this entire saga. Well, I don't know, but then they need to prove, the state has to prove that indeed there is a case against them to answer, and then the court can only determine the innocence or guilt of those men. Thabo Bester can't just plead for them and say, yeah, let me be the sacrificial lamb. No, it doesn't work like that. Cynthia R, how are you doing? What was all the theatrics from Dr. Nandiva Makutumana fighting back tears moment when Bester was speaking? She's such an actress. It was as if she was at church and the pastor was hitting the right notes and her soul was being touched. And she kept looking up and she wanted those tears, and those tears were just refusing. It was hilarious. From her side, hilarious. But you can also still tell that the lady is still in love with the man's voice that she was hearing saying all those intelligent things. Did you feel the love? I felt it. I felt it. It was as if she's like, that's my man. That's my man right there. Yes, baby. Free us. It was hilarious. I get you. I get you so much. Cynthia for this one. At least that's how I saw it as well. Cynthia R continues to say, Bester is the consummate con artist and an eloquent speaker. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vote for now. That is where we are looking at him as a con artist until he kind of like sells us whatever story that is trying to sell us. I don't know. Let's see. But I no more believe he wants to be put down no more than I do about anything else that comes out of his mouth. Yeah, I'm still very much doubtful of him. I don't trust him. I don't trust a word that's coming out of his mouth until he starts dropping names. Once he starts dropping names, this is when I'm going to be like, okay, Thabo Bester, you got my ear. I'm borrowing my ear. Talk. For now, no. Then we have Lucia, who says, Bester is something else. Let's wait and see how the trial goes. Kuningi, if the trial will ever happen. Because it gets dropped by lawyers, according to him. Nelisa says, when I was listening to Thabo speak, it reminded me of the podcast and chill episode that was shelved because of the high-profile names the prisoner mentioned involved in this. Oh, wow. Is there such a thing? I don't know. I mean, I'm okay. Let me not. Okay, let me leave it like that. I want you to say that I don't necessarily watch podcast and chill. Not because I have an issue with them or anything. It's just not my vibe type of situation. But hey, kudos to them. I don't know. What did the prisoner say? They should release them. We want to hear what's going on. Then we have Amanda who says MKE sebenzile uzolunga kwasani. Kwasani manje khuluma besta silalele yicho amagama abo. Well, I think because I think eventually the former governing party will govern with the second in hand party, the blue party. I think maybe, I'm just hoping that the Minister of Police and the Minister of Home Affairs and the Minister of International Relations and the Minister of Public Enterprise must come from the blue party. I think there might be some, and the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development. I know I'm leaving another one because I feel like when I was reading their manifestos, because I was reading all political party manifestos, I feel like the blue ones, they kind of have it like, you know, well put together. So if we can have something like that in the new cabinet, I'll be happy. Honestly, I'll be happy. Then we have you were spy to says hello, Clantis. I know what I am watching from the UK. Thank you for taking me back to Rata's courtroom. Take us anywhere. We feel safe with you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Then we have Mpo who says TB's rant was a coded message. You and I are on the same wavelength. Those were warning shots. And this is the second time he's doing these warning shots. I guess they didn't hear it the first time. Now he got the flow and he was able to articulate and even say things like high-ranking politicians. Out of the horse's mouth. Who's going to tell him that we had forgotten about him, his wardrobe and money? Well, I hadn't forgotten about him. I knew that he was coming up sometime in June, but yeah, it was quite interesting. Then we have Julia who says, Mapiri have to clean the sense of blood, cleaning the evidence. Yawns again. Why? We don't know why she cleaned it, if ever there was blood. Because I felt like they should have came with the aluminum lights and all that technology to see how much blood. I think they can still do it to this day because blood, the protein can stay for decades on the floor. Maybe I think they can still do it and go with that aluminum light. Is I always had a problem pronouncing. That's why I say aluminum is easier. That light, the blue light, I think they'll still be able to see the blood spatters if ever they ever existed. Then we have User who says that the guy on the right, he's like, what the? That's what I also saw. The point where he said something like his ankles, he cannot feel his feet anymore, and about the police corruption. The guy, he was as if he was almost falling over, and he wanted to look at Thabo like, and I'm like, sorry, relax, relax. I'm with Thabo Besta. I'm with Thabo Besta there. Until the police image is cleaned, I am with Thabo Besta there. Then we have Amita who says, ooh, Lord Almighty, Thabo Besta left my mouth gapping and I think a few attorneys shook and scratching their heads. Thabo was so close to dropping names, giving us the big fish, the long-awaited mega powers. He did so with perfect diction and prosody. This guy is way educated. He is educated, inverted commas. He is ready he is ready to die on principle and truth. I am all ears, Thabo. Give us the big fish. I kept reflecting on a letter that Nandipa once wrote and alleged that she has suffered physical, actual, and financial abuse at the hands of the powerful politicians. I saw some of the pain in her eyes as Thabo spoke. I made a connection with what her eyes communicated. I think Thabo looks great in Calvin Klein. You have to throw in that, right? Matter of fact, he can model, I think. GQ, where are you? And thanks, Lances. Your favor and excitement is slowly absorbed by us, the clan. Thank you. That was a mouthful. That was very interesting to read, except when I mispronounced that word I never seen before. Let me, I like checking things out when I hear them for the first time. Probably I've heard the word before and I'm not pronouncing it properly. My goodness, the clan, sometimes you do this to me. Let's learn it together. Is Prosidy. Okay. But it says prosody. Yeah, that's what I thought. Prosody, which means the patterns of rhythm and sound used in poetry. The translator is not obliged to reproduce the prosody of the original. Yeah, I think that's what because I was looking at the SIDY. Okay, anyways, thank you for that. It was perfect. Perfect diction indeed. Thabo Bester surprised me today. US Spy says, wow, Clancis, how did I not know about Ketamena Squad? You didn't? Oh my God, living in KZN around that time, 2010, 2011, 2012 was scary. Scary. I did a lot of research during the time I was writing my first book titled, I Survived Apartheid. Oh, please send me a copy. I would love to see it. Of course, I would like to buy it. I missed this one. I now know who they are or were. Thank you, Clantis. You are very much welcome. Please send me that book. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Then we have Beast King. Where do I sign? When you want to sign what? You can just subscribe. That's it. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Beast King, for this. I am going to open my membership. You know, it's always turned off. And you guys always ask me, when am I going to turn on my channel membership? It's going to happen soon. And, of course, we are going to do other stuff related to everything that we're doing and more in the channel membership. So, I don't know. Let me know if you'll be interested to join. I have no idea. So, Beast King 687, you can come there and sign up for the channel membership. Then we go to Patience, who says, hi, Clantis, what if this Pinky is no longer working? Like retired or fired? Resign? What do you mean? I think Senso was killed inside that house because the report once said he died within minutes after being shot. Yeah, that's the even, what do you call this? The pathologist, well, the pathologist was not there. It's just the body that he was examining. Where was Kumalo's? The Ngache's son, he saw Senzo on the floor by himself. I think they were thinking to drop his body somewhere, like in the ditch or in the bush. But the community surrounded their house before taking his body, allegedly. You mean like they wanted to go dump him and create a story of hijacking or oh my goodness. That would be evil. Oh, truly evil. Then we have Malabs, who says, one more thing. The judge is saying he must get a lawyer, but he said no one wants to represent him. So what's going to happen with the case? That's actually a very good question. Because Thabo Bester pled and said no lawyer wants to take him. So what happens? Unless the court appoints by order a law firm to represent Thabo Bester, as well as advocates that are going to take the brief from the attorneys. Unless that's the court intervention. I don't know if the law allows that. But I always thought that lawyers were not allowed to turn away a potential client. Yeah, I don't know, my labs. This one, good question though. Then we have Shobi, who says after Rata's court, anything is possible in South Africa regarding Thabo Bester's outburst. Where there is money, sadly, corruption is rife. Thabo had serious money. I hope he will live to tell the story. I do too. But I want him to tell the story in the court. In the court, so that we get to see officially who are these names, who are these powerful men that had all these powers and high-ranking politicians. Hey, please let us know, Thabo Bester, if you ever watch YouTube. Auntie CK Moyo says, today the courts were busy indeed. We pray Pinky recovers and is back to stop this nonsensical court case. Yeah, I think she might be that valve that shuts it all down. She must not be corrupted and should finish her testimony. Sitembewe na Pinky. Please, Pinky, you know my plea. Get well and get back on the stand. Then we have Dada, who says, hi guys, Besta made me laugh. My vital organs are out today. He is coming with all the tricks in the world, trying to play victim. Sad. Well, it's the law. As you know, the law, some people can really play it, which is unfortunate, by the way. As for Pinky, I think Gininda didn't like what she was saying. Must be in Gininda's college. Allegedly. Dada. Come on, Dada. Then we have Nicolisa, who says, I bet even the next court date, Thabo will still be without a lawyer. I think so too. Meaning another postponement. Absolutely. No wonder Nandipa was convinced by Thabo. Silver tongue, right? He's got a good silver tongue. I think for you to have a silver tongue, you really need to be intelligent. Honestly speaking. Then we have Lalita, who says, good evening to the clan. How are you, Lalita? Once again, thank you. I also think Senzo was unlived somewhere else. Yeah, this is actually becoming a thing. Many people are saying, oh, wait a minute. After hearing what Pinky said, yeah, suspicion started popping up. And I'm like, yeah, what if we are being sold a very, very distorted picture here? That is why if you're listening to the some of the eyewitnesses, the script is not scripting. It's just clashing with each other, which is very interesting. Aurelia says, hi clans, you really make me laugh, true God. What did I do? What did I do, Aurelia? The girl with the beautiful name, I still think, Aurelia. It rolls so beautifully in the tongue. And then we have Sikhaulelo, who says, yeah, ne, Mzansi is a banana republic. Besta, he represents himself today. I think there is a provision, if I'm not mistaken, where you can actually represent yourself in court. It's just that you don't have good prospects of winning that case. That is why the court would advise you to get yourself a legal representative. Well, it was quite interesting to see Thabo Bester actually taking the floor in the High Court. Then we have Princess, who says, hello, Clantis. Begu Shule Emma Court today. I mean, I was quite interested to hear what Zizi Kotwa and that other dude was in court for. I heard there's corruption, but the moment I saw his face, I was like, ew, I can't. No interest. Bride of Christ says, yes, it messed up my voice too. This flu, right? It's just not right. It's just not right. Martha says, Tibos, I like you. Oh, you see. Martha says, Tibbles, it's like you are drunk from LLB degree coupled with English justice book. Shoo, I'm challenged, brother. He kind of made you feel stupid, right? No, I mean myself included. I was like, damn, bro. Wow. I was impressed. I don't want to lie. I was super impressed. Then we have user, and then it says, Kanyo, Kanyo. He says, I wish the 5 accused in Senzo Mewa case were given a chance to speak like Thabo Bester. Who? On whose courts? On whose courtroom? Hey, that man will rip them apart. With their attorneys to hear their side of the story. Well, anyways, they will have their side of the story if they choose to take the stand when it's time for the defense to lead their evidence with them. So we'll have to hear. We'll have to hear. But right now, Rata will shut it down. I think it did once. I think it did that once. I can't remember. It was trial within a trial, right? I think he did that once. Lady says the judge is a good listener and he was fair to give Tibbles a chance to express himself, as he doesn't have the opportunity at all with his lawyers. Judge showed Ubuntu. I mean, after hearing that he is deprived of legal counsel and every time he comes to court, he has what they call these lawyers withdraw, and then of course his voice keeps getting deprived. I think that is why the judge ended up showing Ubuntu. I was like, yeah, this is nice. I liked what the judge did. That is why I'm jealous that he's not the judge in the Senzo Mewa murder trial. He was very fair. I agree on that. He was very humane. And quite smart in his answers as well. Very mature, fatherly, and a legal mind. I like that as well. No matter what he is facing, at the end of the day, he deserves the rights according to the constitution of this country. I agree. I agree there. Tando says that the Foslora Spaza Shop case is turning a completely new chapter. Kemanje. If you remember, Advocate Ngomezulu questioned to Sergeant Muhola, Uguti, did you see the photos of the deceased? A simple yes or no answer brought a long-ass explanation. I can't believe that I even I read the word out. It was hilarious. Yeah, I remember. Tando says, hi, Glenn. Hi, Tando. How are you? Ntando. I always make a mistake with the Ntando. I'm so sorry, Tando. How are you doing? Thabo is a real manipulator. Yezwa, playing victim all the way whilst trying to set free his co-accused. He is willingly taking the fall for so that they can be set free and help him live well in jail, just like how they had been doing. Well, I'm with you there about manipulation, because to be manipulative, you got to be here. You have to. Sharon, love you back. Thank you so much. Belter says, no sound. I did not hear anything. What was Bester says, or it was only me? Okay, Belter, I'm not sure if you're talking about the video at the end of my video or the one in court. The thing is that it has bad sound. That much I can tell you. The sound is terrible. Even on the telly, it was just horrible. So I don't know, the SABC people, they did not fix. I don't know. It was just horrible. It had this static sound. Is it called static? Whatever that sound is. Yeah, it was terrible. So I would not be surprised that you did not hear. But on my channel, you have to really, really, really listen to Thabo and forget about that extra horrible sound. Cynthia says, I hope Pinky feels better soon. I hope so too. We need her. Peggy, hi Peggy. What about my period who cleaned the blood? Was there ever? That's the question right now. Was there ever blood to begin with for my period to have cleaned? Hey, I'm telling you, critical thinkers, I love them. Jim James says, but Pinky has moved away from the 205 of people who were in the house. Last time she has listed the numbers of that are presumed to be for the people in the dock. Yeah, that is why I was saying that 375 is slowly being introduced. But I think they're going to circle back to them. Right now, they're just focusing on this particular number or numbers. The swim swap, obviously a crime has been committed of fraud and defeating the ends of justice, possibility of tampering with evidence as well. So we'll see. BBM says a video buffering today. My video? You mean my video? I don't know. I don't know. But people didn't seem to have a problem. I don't know. Maybe it was the Wi-Fi. I don't know. I hope it's playing now properly. Cynthia is laughing with love. Takane says, would he be speaking like this in Gogo Rata's courtroom? Well, in Rata's courtroom, he would never lingawa on that day. I am telling you, never. Then we have Victor who says, okay. Then we have Victor who says, Thabo Bester was full of venom and he defiantly spoke the truth. We all know about the Ketomeno squad who killed many people. It was a hit squad. Yes, Thabo Bester is 100% that he did not escape and he's right. Some people in high places let him go in and out of prison as he pleased. He is tired and I am sure he's getting threats. One has to pity Thabo Bester's life and what he went through, especially having no identity and born out of Arab. So can you imagine when his mother looked at him, it brings back those terrible memories. I doubt his mother even loved him. He was brilliant to understand, and he's right when he said he should be allowed to wear whatever he wants to in court because it's allowed. Victor, are you Thabo Bester? I Thabo Bester. I'm kidding, Victor. I'm kidding. You know what? The truth eventually will come out, Victor. That's all I am holding on to. The time will tell, and when time drops, it will drop the truth as well. We'll hear. We'll definitely hear. Okay. Digalisa says, hey clan, what's up? Thabo is smart and manipulative. Absolutely. Those two move together. In order for you to be manipulative, you got to be smart, like intelligent. You got to have like high IQ. Not 2 IQs like some of us do. Tagani says, we want justice for Katlego Bereng. Absolutely. He is rearrested for escaping from jail. Yes, he is. Buyelo says, ifuna nontanzi enze njalo. Urata never. Awulingawa lichosho yinkuku ilanga. On that day, I am telling you. Lindelo says, which former president is he referring to? I'm not sure. I don't think it's Thabo Mbeki. Oh, maybe because of that picture. Remember the picture he took with Jacob Zuma? I don't know. Maybe he's talking about him. I don't know. Oli says, what he said doesn't change that he is a hardcore criminal that escaped jail. He is convicted for murder and Arab. So he should name those politicians and bring... and bring the evidence or go back to prison in peace. I'm not signing any petition for him. The petition is asking you to sign is exactly what you are saying he is. So to get rid of him, you got to sign the petition so that he could be taken. The irony of it is making me laugh. But I hear you, Connie. I hear you 100%. I hear you. He's saying because he's a hardcore criminal, he's willing and he will sign for his being taken down. So he's asking South Africans to please sign the petition so he can be taken down. When I tell a person that drum. Then we have a Nogo who says fight. Okay. We shall continue fighting for justice, I promise you. Atisike Moyo says, South Africa has a okay, I've read this one. Jim James says, but Pinky has moved away from the 205. I've also read that one. That is all with your self-appointed experts comments, you guys. I know after this there'll be more comments that are coming through. I want to thank you in advance for submitting your comments after the self-appointed expert comment segment. Other than that, guys, it is what it is. If you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody that's super thanking the channel and supporting it financially. I highly appreciate you all that are super thanking the channel. You guys are amazing. May you be abundantly blessed always, always. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what did you think about the self-appointed expert comments. And you also can drop your own self-appointed expert comment in the comment section with every video that I post. Also, let's see each other next time, but share this video far and wide. Goodbye.